I just don't think I want to win. I think that's the issue. I think that's kind of dragging my campaign down.
Jonathan, we're rolling.
Wait, well, okay, but you don't have to put that in. Don't put that in.
Okay, we won't put that in.
Okay, people can't know that.
Okay. You are Johnathan Van Heest,
Yeah.
and you are running for president.
Yes.
Why are you running for president?
So, I think it's actually been a long time coming now. I was involved in student government for a while. It was awful. I hated that place. I wanted to tear it to the ground. So I think out of spite, I really wanted to just destroy student government, which is why I'm running for president, so I can get to the top and bring it all down.
Many students living on campus here at Liberty are facing rising prices of tuition and housing. With that being said, will you please share with us your thoughts on what you believe Elon Musk will name his next child?
Yeah, so ever since coming to Liberty, I've been hugely involved in student life. This means things like I work for student activities, and I've lived in Commons all 3 years. So in my opinion, I think it would be best if he named it Commons 4.
You are the only candidate running in this election without a partner. Is this because you have an overzealous sense of pride and entitlement, or because you don't have any friends?
Yeah, I think when you look at it, it's a lot of the first one leading into the second one. So in a way, I think it's sort of a balance. I think with everything, there's a balance. And I think with this one, it's a bit of a balance of those two things.
Many of the students here at Liberty have changes that they would like to see within various aspects of the school. Does it get tough ignoring all those requests?
Yeah, after a while, they sort of start ringing in your head. You can't fall asleep because you hear everyone's ignored messages to you. They want food. They want changes to, I don't know. It's overwhelming sometimes. But I've done a pretty good job ignoring those so far.
Some students and their families believe that the blue and yellow colors displayed on the Freedom Tower are to show our school's support for the events happening in Ukraine.
Right.
While some other students believe that the colors represent the school's 50th anniversary. What do you believe the colors represent? And is it true that in the first grade you slammed a kid's head in between two desks?
All right, so addressing the first part of that, I definitely think that it stands for solidarity with Ukraine. I'm not going to get into the politics of that. I don't want to take sides. But as for the second point, it is true. I did smash his head between the desks. Dang it!
Student presidents are often involved with the school's activities and events.
Right.
Is it true that you skip convocation to shoot hoops at the court?
Oh, yeah, all the time, actually. I think with a campaign like this, you need to analyze what really matters. And to me, that's basketball. They could be, John Cena at convocation for all I care. I wouldn't go. I am actively against convocation.
Do you believe that our basketball team would have made it into the NCAA March Madness tournament this year had you been on the team?
100%. I've been the meanest point guard in Liberty history, and they wouldn't take me, but I think that's their loss.
How good are you at basketball?
I think, like I've stated in the previous question, when it comes to basketball players, I'm probably top 4 of, just ever. The guy who invented basketball, I could blow him out of the water.
Someone broke one of the backboards at the Slims court.
That was me.
That
was me.
That was you. I knew that.
Yeah,
was you.
I had to kind of bend down as I dunked it, but I think that messed up the rim.
In addition to basketball, I understand that you have developed profound skills in bowling as well.
Yes, that's true. I've been hitting the lanes. I've been, just practicing my shots. I'm working my way up towards 100. I think my record right now is probably 68, if I remember right. Though I think in the game that I bowled with you guys, I scored around an 80, so I think that's my new personal best. And when you think about it, bowling is a beautiful imagery for the way God loves us as children. I think in my presidential campaign, that imagery will be pushed to the forefront of Liberty's, social media and just platform.
Do you plan to utilize voter fraud to win this election?
I think when you said about obtaining any task, I think the first thing to do is to utilize the tools that we have accessible to us in order to accomplish that. In this case, voter fraud is the top of my tools. I have a whole system ready to steal this election. I could have 4,000 votes by tomorrow morning. But at the end of the day, also knowing and having the restraint to use the tools necessary. That's the other half of it.
Jonathan, I've heard you use the term sad hill from time to time. What does that mean?
Yeah, so in freshman year, I was really into this girl. She wasn't into me, so she shut things down. So I needed an escape, a refuge, somewhere that I could go to not think about having my heart broken, having girls not like me, having bad grades on tests, having friends abandon me. And so for that, Sad Hill was my choice. It's a parking lot. It's a hill right next to a parking lot over by the baseball stadium. It's just a special place to me. I've had a lot of sad nights there. I've cried a lot of tears there.
That concludes our interview with Johnathan Van Heest. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck with the election.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Are we done with this thing? Oh my gosh.